Is it selfish to be broke? I don't know, let's talk about it. Welcome to the channel, guys, and therefore the first episode of Road to Millionaire, where I take you guys with me step by step on the journey from going from broke all the way to a millionaire someday. And my name is Victoriano Roque Jr. I'm 19 years old, and ever since I was a preteen and younger, I've always been interested in joining groups and starting projects and attempting businesses, some that went well, some that didn't. And now I'm a little bit into my journey, but just the beginning, and I wanted to start this series right at the beginning because when all we ever hear about is the success stories of people that already made it, right? And even the people that like just barely made it recently, they didn't have a chance to record in depth, you know, the process of that. If you guys have ever heard of the 4-minute mile, it's this guy named Roger Bannister back in like the 1900s. What he did was he was the first person ever to run a mile faster than 4 minutes. And before that, people didn't even think it was possible. Now, after he did it, from that point on, people could now start running the mile in less than 4 minutes because he did it, and they saw that it was even possible in the first place. Now, and that's what I kind of want to replicate for you guys. Now, obviously, there's millionaires out there already, but I mean, like I just said, you know, you hear about the stories after, or some of them you go up, you grow with them, and that's cool, that's awesome, but I just kind of wanted to take my own style, my own take with it. And yeah, so this is basically just a documentation of the process, and along the way, I'm going to be trying to help you guys along the way with some things I think might be a little bit useful for you guys. But some house rules. I am not a guru. First of all, like, I'm just at the beginning of my journey. I'm not a guru. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. If you choose to do some of the things I say or follow some of the things I do, that's cool, awesome, all the power to you, but it's not on me, you know what I mean? I'm testing, I'm experimenting what works, and maybe like to help avoid pain for some of you guys, and maybe hopefully guide some people as well. So let's get right into it. If you read the title of the video, you'll see it asks, is it selfish to be broke? In my personal opinion, yes, I do believe it's selfish to be broke. Now, why? Why? Because just from everything that I've experienced and learned, just from things that I've seen from different mentors and teachers, is if it all boils down to you're doing a disservice to everybody you love, basically. Because when you're broke, you're doing a disservice to your family, to your communities, and really even yourself. Because first of all, your families, obviously, they raise you, they have taken care of you your whole life and everything, and that costs money. It's expensive to raise a child, and I'm sure you know that. And really, a lot of people go through the mentality of like, or they don't even realize that, hey, that costs money and I should repay that. And like some people, if they knew that, or like realize that, they would stop, you know, just doing nothing every day. But I believe you're also doing this service to your communities, because communities involving your friends, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to help out your friends, give back to others, give back to the community. And there's all so many great things that you could do with money. And something I might talk about later is like, it's just crazy how people think money is evil, you know what I mean? Like, how is money evil? You know what I mean? It's just a tool. Like, man, is a computer mouse evil? Like, no, it's not. It's the person, right? If I use this mouse to hack the system and blow up nukes, then yeah, it's evil. No, that's me, right? So same thing with money. Lastly, you're doing a disservice to yourself. To put it simply, have you guys ever heard, I know you've heard that saying, treat yourself, right? Treat yourself. You're doing a disservice to yourself, because I know you have huge, great goals. When I say you, I'm talking to myself too, because I'm broke. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys in this whole series, otherwise there'd be like no point to it. But like, we're doing a disservice to ourselves when we're broke, because we have dreams. I know you have dreams of like doing crazy things, like going on vacations, having a family, buying whatever you want, you know what I mean? And just having a great fun life where you have no worries, all your bills are paid off. Like, who wants that? You know what I mean? Like 90%, like I don't know what percent, but I could say like a huge chunk of your lifetime is gonna be spent working. I'll get into this later. It's a whole crazy thing, maybe another video, but it's simple. If you're working most of your day, most of your time for someone else, then you're never going to be able to reach that. And how this goes back to doing a disservice to yourself, if we don't properly figure out how to maneuver the system, maneuver and attract money and do things a certain way, we're gonna spend a big chunk of our lives just settling. That's it, just settling. That's what everyone is trained to do. That's why for a majority of that population, it's really not anyone's fault. I mean, maybe all the people who set it up, whatever, but like, it's no one's fault, really. We all have been exposed to some sort of mentality of just settle, this is okay, be grateful. Now, I say be grateful like always, no matter what, but I'm saying, why settle though? You know what I mean? Why settle? We can have crazy, awesome lives. If we take a small step back and onto why I even really even think this way, is because I was born in Manila, Philippines, so third world country, right? It's awesome there, but it's just not as a little bit more poverty. And I moved from there when I was 4 years old over to California in San Bernardino, to probably one of the brokest cities in all of United States. It's crazy out here. If you live here, you know it. But I mean, I love my city, but hey, you can't deny stuff's crazy. So through all of the process of moving and just growing up here, you just see that a common theme has always been money. Why is this or that happening? It's always because of money. It's what we spend most of our lives on, like earlier. And we all have dreams. We all have like big things that we want to do. And no matter how you slice it, like I said, it's not evil. It's just bigger dreams. It requires more resources. That's it. Like, you want to get further in a car, you're gonna need more gas, you know. Whoa, I just made that up, right? And yeah, the majority of these things is my opinion, but I do my best to try to back it up with some like logical things and research and stuff. And a lot of this really comes from Jonathan Haidt in his book Happiness Hypothesis. He talks about in a section that money does buy happiness, but only up to a certain extent, and after that it doesn't really buy happiness anymore, because he said it was up to like 77,000 or something like that. 77,000 a year, you're good. You should be able to like provide for your whole family and self and whatnot, the basic life based on that research. So up to a point they say, yeah, money does buy happiness, and after that it doesn't. But it all depends on what your dreams are, how big you want to go. And like, don't get me wrong, like Road to Millionaire, I picked it because it's a catchy, I liked it, it's a catchy name, and that's personally how much resources I'm gonna need for all the things I want to do. But if success to you is like 100,000, or like you figure it out, do the math, and you would be perfectly happy like this and that, do that, go for that. But again, I just want to break the 4-minute mile for a lot of other entrepreneurs out there, and have some fun with it, right, and talk about cool stuff. And lastly, before I close, how does this all relate to you? How do we even use this information, right? So how do we be practical about this? So yeah, in my opinion, it's selfish to be broke, and so fine, like, how do we do that? How do we get out of that? And first of all, you just have to realize wealth and money and all this stuff, it's so much more attainable than ever before. I sound like a new age hippie or something, but literally, we have the internet. You know, it's crazy. It's the best era of all humankind to be born. Like the best medicine, best technology, best even social. Like the news and everything makes it all sound bad, but there has been more peace in recent times than like ever. You know, you're able to find the information, gather that information to basically do whatever you want. Wealth is way more attainable than ever been. I'm ranting, but it's cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I'm trying to keep these kind of short and sweet. Well, for you guys at least, like probably under 10 minutes long. But I mean, I've been trying to do this all day. It's crazy because the camera, like the battery died early in the morning. So I just had to try again, trying to do this before all the sunlight goes away. But tomorrow, I'm going to talk about what, like, okay, so it's cool. Okay, so you're going to be a millionaire. Awesome. How do you intend to do that, right? I'm going to talk about how I intend to do it through using the internet. Like I said, it's awesome. and hopefully something maybe you guys could get a little bit interested in. I'm not trying to sell you guys or anything, just dropping some potential ideas for you guys. And yeah, if you guys like a channel like this, want to follow me on my journey and everything, I'm gonna do my best to keep it up. Follow me on Instagram. I'll put the links here somewhere, right? And drop a sub. Peace.